tropical cyclone and climate change, maybe. So by this way, you know the paper, and you can click on DOI, so you can get the journal link there. So you can see the journal link here. So they will find like SCISPACE give you the paper, then inside, then other things. Then you can add many things like different columns, like method, what method use if you use this one. Then maybe contribution, objectives, findings, research gap. So you can add this column. So if you add this column, then you will find the things like the paper here. What is the research gap? You'll find there. Then if you just add like future research, it will give you the future research. So there are a lot of things like in Google Scholar or in ResearchGate, you can find the paper, but you will not find this kind of like application. Like you can find here the future research or the inside of the paper. You can download the paper, you can find the paper, you can see some instant view of the paper. So this is the good thing, like we can categorize the scientific literature with the SCISPACE. We can also use like, say for example, if you, I have, if I have this paper like here, or maybe find the paper. Say for example, this is a paper, so there are a lot of citations and references. It's coming, just wait. Okay. So here there are a lot of references. So if you want to find this paper one by one, you need to just click, click, click. There is a link, but you don't need to do this thing. If you use the connected papers, so you just upload this paper or just insert the title of the paper, then you will get the whole references in one graph. So how to do that? So I think you have already signed up the connected papers. So if you just search connected papers, open it. Okay. So even you just type the title, you just copy, and any paper, if you have a paper, you just copy and just paste here, like here, the keywords or paper title, DOI, another identifier. So you just paste it here and you can build a graph. Okay. So this paper. So you can see all the citation in this paper is included here, all the papers. So you just click, if you just click on this paper, you will get the Google Scholar link, DOI, PDF. So the whole references is one graph. So you don't need to search in Google, you don't need to search in Google Scholar to find this paper. So if you have if you have an interesting paper that you want to read carefully and it is related to your research, so just build a graph in connected papers, then you will find all the citations and references there. Okay. So, okay, let's start again. So what we are doing here, first the SCISPACE. If you see the outline, So how can I find the scientific papers, and we can categorize and like analyze the papers. Say for example, if we search any papers in SciSpace, then we can find the paper. Beside this paper, we can like see the research gap, like inside of the paper, literature survey, or maybe limitations, contributions, future direction, etc., etc. So if we add just column, it will add you the insight into the paper. So like with a very like brief time or very short time, you can know a paper very well. So then you can download the paper. So you don't need to download the lot of papers. There are many irrelevant papers in the like in SciSpace or Google Scholar in literature. There are a lot of papers, but maybe you are interested the papers that are very related to your research work. So you just search on SciSpace, but if you sign up, then what you are doing, everything will be in your library. Otherwise, you'll not get like if you in future if you want to do the same work, like if you want to get the results, so you just log in, you'll find that. But if you do not log in, then even if you do not log in, there are some limitations. Okay, so I'll talk later. So this is the first one. It's like better than Google Scholar. It's much better than. So first we can use the SciSpace for literature review. So find the paper and get the insight the papers, number one. And number two, we can generate a graph to get the whole references, whole citation, whole papers from an interesting paper. Okay. So say for example here, we built a graph from a paper, and we are now getting the all references in one place. So you don't need to search anywhere, Google Scholar, ResearchGate, Google, etc., etc. So you will find the whole papers in a one place. Okay. So for these two cases, do you have any questions? Then we'll move forward. Hello.
Hello, doctor.
Yeah.
I can listen to you, and voice is clear, and we can see all the things projecting. I just have uh, a graph that we are seeing. Can we use this graph for any reviews?
Of course, you will find what is the purpose of this graph? You have a lot of references in this paper, right? Any paper, if you have a lot of references, but
Yeah.
you need to find like one by one or link search in Google, right? But in connected papers, all like references you will get in one place. And what is the circle? Circle is bigger. Circle is means the more related to the topic, more related to the paper. Okay, but all references are there. Say for example, this paper or this paper or this paper, just click on it and you will get the DOI Google Scholar. Just click on DOI, you'll find this paper.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah,
And
so you don't need to
what
search anywhere. Like in one place, you will get the whole references. Okay,
and you also use these graphs in the reviews, right?
of course, you can use many purposes. Okay, it will help you to
Okay.
find like faster. You don't have to search in Google Scholar, Google ResearchGate, maybe sometimes. Okay, it's it's time taking, like. So in one place, you'll find everything. This is the purpose of this graph. Like connected papers, all papers are connected in one paper, one graph. Okay. Okay, any other questions? Hello. If you don't have questions,
So
sir,
we
we'll
can
go forward. Yeah.
we
Hello. Yes, please.
Sir, we can move forward now with the presentation.
Oh, okay. So then we have a paper like here, any paper, or I have already paper in the library, maybe my library. Okay, so first we'll chat with PDF. Okay, we have a PDF file in a paper. So just click on it. When you just, this is a copilot in SciSpace. You can chat with like the PDF file. So here you can upload, or if you have, sorry, it's taking time. So if you just click on chat with PDF, then there is option. You can upload any paper like that you want. Say for example, I want to upload this paper here. You just drag on it and you'll get the paper here. Sorry. Okay, so we are here. Sorry for the internet. Anyway, so now we have a paper in SciSpace. So we will talk with the copilot. This is like chat with PDF. So if you have a file, like very unknown paper, maybe you don't know about this paper. So how to chat with this? Say for example, if I just want to know about this, like summary of this, just click on it, select. So yeah, then summarize. Okay, so I'm coming 1 minute. Okay, so someone is calling in my room. I'm coming. So we are here. Hello, are you following?
Yes, please continue.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Yeah, sorry for the interruption. Okay, so if you have very unknown paper, you just select the text, then you call maybe summarize or explain. Then it will provide you the summary. What about it? Okay, so first you can just ask about the summary. Then the science space like Copilot give you some questions. Like you may ask also some questions like what specific parameters were optimized and using grid search. Because when you read this paper, they summarize, says, okay, this model use this paper use some method or something, but you are not familiar. So you want to know more about it. So how to do that? Then the Copilot provided some specific questions. You may also ask like what specific parameters are optimized, maybe how are typhoon tracks cluster effectively, then what data sources inform in rainfall prediction. So you may ask like here, okay, you can also ask the another questions. Okay. So here the describe what is the grid search cross validation method for this paper for the rainfall forecasting. So it will give you like what I use in my paper, then use this. Okay. Then you can ask in science space. Even you can ask in ChatPDF. Okay. So ChatPDF more accurate, more advanced than the science space. Like every AI has limitations. For the science space is very good for like literature review, finding the papers. Then for like explain mathematics, I will come to you later. If you want to explain mathematics like in your paper, if you have some equation, okay, say for example, maybe this is very simple equation, but in your paper it may have very complex equation. So you want to know in a plain language, like in a simple language, then we can use the science space. It's very good, even for the tables, figure, etc., etc. So for the text, like if you want to read the whole paper, like specific points like methods, data sets, etc., etc., what is this everything like, then ChatPDF is more faster than the science space. So if you have the ChatPDF, it's free. ChatPDF, not ChatGPT. Okay, so you can drop here, or if you have like account, so you can find the previous. So I want to continue with my account. If you log in, you will find the like results then. So I already have some papers that I use my in PDF, like, okay. So previously I used these papers to chat with this chat PDF. So here saying hello, welcome, then said, okay, it will give you the inside of the paper, this PDF, what about this PDF, what about the papers? He already explained in briefly. Now the like chat PDF also offering you some questions like what are the main challenges in current typhoon rainfall forecast, like they're different. So for example, now I want to know about the introduction. If I say, okay, can you summarize the introduction section in plain language, okay? So it just summarize the introduction. What about it? Now, if you want to know data, method, and any other like future direction, what about the conclusion, etc., etc. Even like in for the chat PDF, like if you want to make a PDF, like sorry, the PPT. Say for example, your professor said, okay, you need to present this paper for the next meeting or etc., etc. So the paper is very big, so you need to understand the paper. Then you need to make the PPT. The most important, like in PPT, you need to provide some key points. Okay, not in details. So for the key points, you can ask, okay, I want to make a PPT Can you provide the key points? So here there is a like key points from the introduction. So this is a bullet point. So you can make a PPT from there. So very essential. Like in AI, we can use our research. It's like what should I say? It reduces the time effect. So it is very faster, very effective, but be careful about the machines. Sometimes, okay, machine can make mistakes, but you need to be careful. But it's very helpful. So in ChatPDF or the science space, you can ask, but for the text, I always use the set PDF for the text. But for mathematics or equation, I use the science space. Even for the literature review, like finding the papers, I use the science space. And if I need references and all papers together, then I use the connected papers. Okay, it saves my time and made easy my life. Okay, so then if you want to know mathematics like equation, if you want to explain it, and if you want to understand what is the equation from a paper, so then come to the science space. Here you can see the math option, right? This available in science space math. That means if you have any equation in a scientific paper, you just select, like click on math, then say for example very simple equation, you just select, it will come automatically there and it will explain. It's coming. Oh, it's came. Okay, so here you see. Oh no, not this one. Okay, click again. Why it's taking time? Sorry, there was a technical problem or maybe the internet. Anyway, so here any equation in your paper, if you just select, it will give you the explanation. Maybe you are not familiar with this equation, maybe you are not familiar with the mathematics. Then you just ask in the Copilot, explain the math and table, then just sniff and just it will come automatically there and explain what is the equation, everything, breaking down the formula, everything. So in details. So by this way, you can also explain the mathematics or equation if you have in your paper, then SciSpace Copilot is good. Then explain the figure or table. Okay, there are two ways you can do. Like in the paper, there is already text, like explain the figure. Say for example, figure 3 or maybe explain here or figure 2 explain here. Then you can just select the text or you can just select the figure 3, say for example, and then explain text or highlight if you want to know the highlight or maybe the text. Then it will go to the figure 3 in the text, then explain what is the figure about it. Okay, so you can explain, or maybe you just select the figure and you just ask to explain or highlight or just want to know the specific information from this figure. But for this text, what I said, ChatPDF is best. You just ask the specific question on the ChatPDF. Okay, that is the good thing. So even if you have the figure, tables, map, what is the map, explain. But yeah, already explained in the paper. Maybe this is the technical word, or maybe you are not familiar, or maybe you are not familiar with the technical or scientific words, but you want to know in plain language. So then AI can assist you in ChatPDF or SciSpace. You just select the text and ask the specific questions, what you want to know. Okay, so okay, before going forward, so if you have any question, if combine the PDF with the same topic, can it be the combined summary on that topic? Combined PDF means what? Same topic. What do you mean by the combine? Also, if you want to combine the PDF, then you can combine, but you need to ask the specific question.
I think doctor is asking about like we can combine like two different research papers related to the same topic, and then if we put something like that into the chat PDF, like two or multiple papers combined together and put it into the chat GPT. I think he's asking something like that maybe.
Yeah, maybe it's okay, you can do, but it's better to like chat with the separate one paper than one paper, because this is a machine. So if I upload two papers, you get combined. Yeah, it will give the combined summary. AI assists you in every way, but you need to be careful. This is a machine. Okay. So if you just want, okay, if you want to upload 5 papers together, like you are very late. So sorry for the word. Maybe you don't want to waste your time, more time. But research is you should spend more time. So you need to understand the more and more on that paper. Though some papers are similar topic or maybe the same topic, but every paper has different results and different perspectives. So it's better to use only single PDF. This is my suggestions, but you can use the 2 or 3. It's okay. You can get the assist from the AI, but that is not recommended. Okay. Anyway, then any questions? Then why we need to do the paraphrasing? Okay, paraphrasing. Why? Do you know the purpose of the paraphrasing? Hello. So why do we need to use paraphrasing? Of course, to avoid plagiarism is okay. So for example, I use the same method. Okay, say for example, the SBM model I use in that paper. Even the another paper, I want to use the same method. I am the same author. However, if I don't paraphrase, then it will be considered as a plagiarism. Okay, one thing. Second thing, for the introduction, we read many papers, then we get the ideas, then we make a scientific story and we write an introduction, right? So for this case, if you have a one sentence or two sentences or one paragraphs from the another papers, you cannot give the same sentence in your paper. So you need to paraphrase. So there are two purposes. One is if you have the one paper, if you're the same author, but different paper, the same topic, same issues, but you need to paraphrase. Even from the other literature, if you want to use the idea, like in introduction, you want to write something from the other papers, but you cannot use the same sentences. So it will be considered as a plagiarism. In that case, you can use the paraphraser. In SCISPACE, it will make a paraphraser. It will give you the paraphrase sentences or paragraphs, but still you need to polish. You need to check it. Maybe in paraphraser like AI, use some words. Say, for example, for some technical words, it will change some meaning. So it will help you the paraphrase, but after getting the paraphrasing paragraphs or sentences, you need to revise it. You need to see what AI gave you, okay? Then you can polish or you just modify, then it's easy. Say, for example, I'm just copying this abstract here. And maybe I want to paraphrase it. Okay. Yeah. So there are different ways. Like in our scientific paper, we use the academic style. Then maybe fluent if it is speaking or formal, creative. There are a lot of things. Even like enthusiastic, or if you are like use speaking test like IELTS or another TOEFL, GRE, etc., etc. Then you can use different paraphraser, different option, maybe in the professional. So the writing tone will be different. So as the research, our scientific paper is in academic writing, okay? So for the academic writing, we just select the academic, okay? So even there are length of variations. You want to short, different, expand, if you want to expand more, or what will be the variations, less, medium, and more, then it will change. Okay, let's see. So it paraphrases, okay, the paragraph paraphrases. Then you can modify. Now, you already paraphrases, but you need to polish. Like if you wrote some papers or like you wrote some paragraphs in your paper, but your writing is not good, or maybe your writing is good, but you want to modify or maybe you want to polish the writing more standard, then we can use DL write. This is called the deep learning, right? So just search on DL write. Just copy here. So you can see it polish the writing, maybe grammar, method, technical words. But if you want to see the changes where the made changes, like in Microsoft Word, we use the track changes version in our Microsoft Word, we can see. So this like the polish the writing. So when you write something and use the deep learning, write, and you can polish your writing. It is more advanced, more good, okay, more better than your like original writing. So by this way, deep learning write can help you. So what is the summary for this today's lecture? First, one thing, what was the outline? Like instead of using Google Scholar or ResearchGate, other platforms, we can use the ScienceSpace, literature review. You can find the papers, including the DOI, PDF, insight, like different aspects, like the limitations of this paper. You can just ask there, make a column, then the future directions, then limitations of this paper, etc., etc. You just ask there. So besides finding the papers, you know the more about the papers. Then if you find it relevant to your research, then you just download. Otherwise, you don't need to download and read, then you just throw it, right? This is the one purpose of the ScienceSpace. Then if you have a paper and there are a lot of references, maybe 100 or maybe 100, 150, etc., 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 many references there in one paper. If you want to find the citation, like the paper link or paper, if you want to read them, you need to go to the references and find the link. Sometimes there is no link. You just copy the title and search in Google and find that paper and then read, okay? But this is very time consuming. So life is not easy. Then you can use the connected papers. So in the connected papers, what do we do? In connected papers, we can build a graph, okay, where you will find the paper. The more like the bigger circle is means the more relevant with the topic. Then you can also find the other papers. All papers is there. You just click any papers, then you will find the DOI, Google Scholar, and other links, so you can find the paper. So you don't need to search one by one. That is the one purpose, okay? Then we can use the ScienceSpace, like Copilot, chat with Copilot, or the ChatPDF. For the text, I suggest to use ChatPDF. ChatPDF is more accurate, like more advanced, and it's good for the text. Like in one paper, you want to, the big paper, then it will take time to read the paper and get the main idea for this paper on what is the purpose, etc., etc. You need to get the idea and you need to understand this paper. So it's best to use the chat PDF and you ask whatever your questions, okay? Use the chat PDF, both you can use the chat PDF and ScienceSpace. Then you can also explain the figure, tables, maps, etc., etc. But if you have the equation in your paper, then ScienceSpace in Copilot, you can use the explain math options. You just sniff the equation, then it will explain the mathematics. And so in a plain language, you understand like easily in the equation from the paper. Okay. Then the most important, like when you have the paper, we want to write something like in introduction or maybe the discussion section. So you cannot use the sentences from other papers directly in your paper. So what you need to do, you need to paraphrase. Yeah, you can do paraphrasing by your own yourself, but AI can assist you. For the ScienceSpace, you can use the paraphraser, you can paraphrase. Then after paraphrasing, you can polish the writing. So you can use the DL write or like deep learning writing. Then it will give you the modified or like Polish English. Then you can read very well and use in your paper. That is the main purpose. So by this way, it can have a lot of benefits, advances in your research, and easily and with short time you can read a paper and you can like easily write and literature review, like especially in the scientific paper writing, introduction is very important and is very difficult. and we write the introduction at the end of this paper. So that will help you. Well, okay, thank you so much. This is for the today's lesson. If you have any question, you are welcome. So AI for literature review. Okay. Hello, Mr. Dinesh.
Yes, Dr. Jalal, we can wait for the questions from the audience.
Yeah, okay. So if you have questions, you can ask.
And also, Doctor, I have another one too. Like, I think you have heard about this one, like Jenny AI or something. Like, I think we can use that one also for like introduction or something. If you are writing an introduction or something, I think that thing is also better.
Mhm. Any questions? Okay, who coordinated this program today? Kamal Khan? Who coordinated this program?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, so you can finish, or if you have anything to say, okay, this is the end of this class. And next class,
Just wanted to thank you for your time and
yeah,
for your
sure.
detailed information.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank
Yeah,
you.
bye bye.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye bye, you doctor.